Do you look like your zodiac sign? Well, you're about to find out, sweetie. Hi guys, it's Kahlen Barry. I just want to start off this video by welcoming all my new subscribers and all my new viewers from my last astrology video that I did. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for subscribing and deciding to join this family. Make sure to tap that like button, also subscribe and click that bell to be notified every single time that I upload a new video. For my astrology series in particular, I will be uploading every single Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I also want to make a disclaimer before I get into this video. Some of the stuff that I'm going to be saying obviously is not going to apply to you, because something that people do not know, if you're new to astrology, you might not know this as well, is that you are more than just your sun sign. So for instance, I'm a Gemini, but I have a Capricorn ascendant. So some of the characteristics of Capricorn also applies to me, and also some of it doesn't. The best way to really fully get the best experience out of this video is to get your entire chart and to kind of connect the dots yourself. So the way that you can do that is you can go to the link that I'll leave in the description, type in all of your information, and your chart will actually pull up. So basically for this video, I've done research and I'm just using my analysis and the general description of all the signs. I just really want to be known that not all this is gonna apply to every single one of you, and I didn't want anyone to come dragging me in the comments if it wasn't fitting you, Because if everybody looked the same based off their sun sign, that might be a little fucking terrifying. I'd be fucking scared, I also wanted to say that my friend Victoria helped me a lot with this, and she's a professional astrologer. She's really, really good at what she does. If you want to check out her Instagram, to go follow her over there and go see her posts about astrology, I'm gonna leave that in the description of this video. So definitely go check out Victoria. She's amazing, and I'm gonna be having her on my channel super soon, and especially as a part of this astrology series. But with that being said, let's just jump right into the video. So the first sign that we're gonna be talking about is the Gemini. I'm a Gemini, if you guys didn't know. I promise you I'm not like as batshit crazy as some of them. Like, I ain't a Donald Trump, okay? I understand we have a bad rep. And to be honest, rightfully so, because some of y'all bitches is crazy. So what I've noticed within Geminis is that they typically are taller. They usually are more fit even without exercise. I literally got my abs from playing Just Dance. Like, I didn't do actually anything. And I'm not fucking kidding. And other Geminis that I have met also, like the ones that actually work out, are the most fit people I've ever seen in my life, because their workouts are like on a whole nother level. Like, if they work out even a little bit, they look like Hercules. They do have long arms. Like, even within me, look at how long my arms are. I'm actually really tall too. Like, in my videos, people think that I'm short. I'm like, no, I'm 6'3". Or at least that's what the doctor told me. It'd be switching in and out. Sometimes they'd be like, I'm 6'2", sometimes I'm 6'4". Whatever, I'm tall though. That's the common theme. We have heart-shaped faces, so look at the structure of our faces. See, and even though I'm skinny, I look really like young because my face is like round and like heart-shaped. This is something I hate so much. Like, I literally have so many problems with it, because it's like, why? And because I have a Capricorn ascendant, I'm kind of pissed. Like, y'all bitches could have like got this together so I didn't look so baby-faced, But like, no, they didn't want to come through. It's whatever. I've also seen a lot of Geminis that are redheads. Obviously, that's something that not every single Gemini is going to be. Some celebrity examples of Geminis that I'm going to point out to prove my theory are Angelina Jolie. Look at how heart-shaped her face is. Like, it's insanely heart-shaped, right? And if you go down the line, you'll see that this is a common pattern. Like, look at Lucy Hale, for instance. She has a heart-shaped face as well. So does Troye Sivan. So does Marilyn Monroe. So does Iggy Azalea. Even Baby Northwest has a heart-shaped face. So I'm editing this right now, and I also forgot to include like the style of Gemini. So Gemini people are very much like trendy in that sense. They love like fashion. They love stuff that doesn't look like anybody else's, because I feel like Gemini people love to stand out and not be like other people, but they also love things that are comfortable at the same time, if that makes sense. So for me, like, even what I'm wearing right now, like, I'm wearing something that's like not something that you would just see somebody typically just walk around wearing, but I also have like, a regular sophisticated coat on top of it because I'm at school right now, and I have joggers, and I'm also wearing some Nike Peruchis. So it just really is about balance of trendy versus comfortable for Gemini people. But we will wear stuff that's not comfortable, like when we really want to show up. Now let's move on to Cancers. They have round faces. They usually have bigger teeth. They're hourglasses typically. They have smaller eyes, petite noses, and fuller lips too, I've seen. Another thing about Cancers is that they're typically brunette. And the ones that you see are blonde typically are not natural blondes. They dye their hair. So now we're on to Leos. Leos are some sexy motherfuckers. First of all, I just want to point out Leo people really entice me. So the first thing that you'll notice about them is their hair. Like, it's very important to all of their appearances. I'll show some celebrity examples across the screen as I'm like talking about the hair, right? So their hair plays a big part of their style, and that's because it's a lion mane, which represents their zodiac sign. They usually have shorter faces. They have very, very defined jawlines. They also have slimmer noses, and their eyes usually are brownish. They're bronzy. That's one way I would describe them as a whole, is that they're very bronzy, and they're probably attracted to bronzy colors as well. Let's just say their style is really authentic. That's a good way to describe it. They're just them, unapologetically, and they're dominant, and they look dominant, and they're like intimidating. They're sexy. Like, they have sex appeal. So that's the way I would describe them as a whole. Everyone wants to date a Leo. Come on now. Now let's move on to the Virgo. The Virgo style and the Virgo look is, like, to me, in my opinion, the most unique across the board, because they're very just not like anybody else. They're very expressive in their identity. They have a unique identity. All my Virgo friends and Virgo family, anybody that's Virgo that I know, they all are them. Like, they're just so them, if that makes sense. They hold themselves to their own standard. Because a Virgo's harshest critic is themselves, that means that if somebody tells a Virgo not to dress a certain way because they don't like it, Virgos do not give a fuck. Virgos are critical of themselves. Their style and how they look and their appearance does not conform to society standards at all. And that's what I love about them. Like, they literally are just them. They're usually fair skinned or lighter skinned, obviously if they're Caucasian, but obviously, you know, like, not everybody's white. For instance, Beyonce, let's take her for example. Beyonce has a very unique style, and it's been consistently her throughout her entire years that she's been a performer. Like, everybody knows Beyonce's look. Beyonce's just Beyonce, and nobody can be Beyonce. The same way nobody can be Michael Jackson, the same way nobody can be Zendaya. All those celebrities are good examples of Virgos because they're them. Like, they are them. They have such a unique identity. Nobody can even duplicate or mimic their look. It's never gonna work. And them trying to change themselves to fit other people, it doesn't work either, because it's not gonna look good on them. Like, they have their own aura. It's not gonna look good. So now moving on to Libras. Libras are the trendsetters. Every single style that you see, Libras probably started it. They're obsessed with fashion. They're very materialistic in the same way that Tauruses are. Let's be honest, they love name brand stuff. They love designer stuff. They like designer more than name brand though. Like, it doesn't have to just be a name that they like. It's because of the vision or the style of that brand. Like, for instance, 90s Chanel, just because it's a certain thing that they like. Like, I know Libra people really love shoes a lot of times. They love a certain style of shoes. They love clothing, and they love expression as well. But the only thing is, they can't make up their motherfucking minds. So Libra people are the people that typically dye their hair a lot. They don't really know how to make their mind up. They're always evolving. If you look at a picture of a Libra from when they were like 8th grade and look at them now, they look extremely fucking different. And it's not even just like slightly, because you know me, I was cringy when I was in 8th grade too. Everybody has their little cringy moments. But if you go look at a Libra 2 years ago and look at them now, they look like a completely different person, because they're always changing their mind. They're always like switching things up, and that has to do with their scale, you know? It's just like inconsistent, but I don't think that's a bad thing, because I see it more as evolving and adapting. But they do typically set the trends though, so it's not like they're changing, you know, their style, Libras, to fit other people. It's just more so like they change a style and then it kind of just like takes off with everyone else. Look at Kim Kardashian. That's a really good example of a celebrity Libra who is constantly re-innovating what fashion is. Like, when she first started off, remember, she was the one who made all these bitches want to wear cheetah print. Like, do y'all not remember that? Like, the Walmart Kardashian days before they turned to Chanel. She was wearing all these cheetah print things. Like, she had her own line in Sears. She had girls wanting to wear ombre and bronze and be da-da-da. But now, like, she's so minimalistic with her looks now. You know, she's wearing Kanye stuff. Like, his Yeezys brand, she's taken that, and now everybody associates her with that. Like, with being, like, chic. And the wet hair look, and, like, slick jet black long hair. Like, she's really constantly changing style. You'll see a lot of Libras with silver eyes. You'll see a lot of Libras with blue eyes. And you'll also see a lot of Libras with just straight up, like, really dark brown eyes. Now moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio. I have like a little song for them. I don't know why I have this song, but it's just a thing. They have very dark and eerie kind of looking eyes, like hypnotic eyes. And this is because they are Scorpions. Scorpions signs are very fierce. They're very, very like mysterious. Like even their appearance would signify that they're very mysterious people. I think a lot of people think that Scorpios are assholes and bitches because they also have resting bitch face. Like, that's nothing I noticed. A lot of them do. Like they are just kind of like their resting face is just very, very intimidating. It's like a constant look of disappointment. But they're really fun people. Get to know them. They're fun. I love them. But yeah, they look serious all the time, you know? But their fashion sense is expensive as fuck. They're high fashion. It's very New York, if that makes sense. Even if they don't spend a lot of money for designer clothes, they make that shit look expensive. It's just like a certain level of sophistication that they have. And if you're a Scorpio, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't want anything to look tacky. You don't want anything to look cheesy. You want everything to have an aesthetic and you want to fit the vibe that you have in your mind. And it's all very, very expensive looking. Y'all don't play around with that tacky shit. Also, your noses are kind of like beaky a little bit. That's the best way I can really describe that. A celebrity example of this is Katy Perry. Look at how her nose kind of pushes out towards the end. How many Scorpios, comment down below, have that kind of nose, like the Katy Perry nose? Or even the Odell Beckham Jr. nose. So now let's move on to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is bright, it's colorful, it's vibrant, it's like in your face, it's fiery. And the thing that's really funny about that is that they're not always like in your face as people. Sagittarius people are like one of those people that when you get comfortable around them, they were like, eh, like they don't give a fuck. They are so fun to be around. They're such partiers, they're so dominant, they're so all that, right? But not when they don't know you like that. They're reserved. They're the most reserved of all the fire signs for sure. So because of that, I think that's where they take it on in their style. Their style is very, very expressive, very colorful, very animated. And one big giant physical characteristic about them that you can associate with almost every single Sagittarius is their square face. For instance, the Dolan twins, you know the square face that they have? Their faces are so recognizable because of that, because of their chin, because of the way their jawline is, their chiseled jawline. That's a Sagittarius trait. Look at Brad Pitt. Everyone associates that with him as well. Look at Taylor Swift. I also noticed that their noses are very narrow and very straight. They're really snatched, honestly. Their noses are very snatched. Now on to my favorite sign, the whole zodiacs. I'm sorry, I know I said that last video. I'm not trying to make anyone feel left out because I love all y'all bitches. I love all y'all. I don't know, Capricorn people just have a special place in my heart. There's just something about them. They remind me of like ice kings and queens. Their whole presence, their entire look, they feel very like futuristic. Like a lot of Capricorns are blonde hair, blue eyes, like silver eyes. Even the ones who have brown eyes, like it looks metallic. Like I'm convinced if aliens are living on Earth as human beings and Capricorn, y'all are aliens, I'm sorry. They have slim faces. They're very clean cut, kind of conservative. And what I mean by that is that they wear things that look like old money. Like people who look like they have it together. Like you're a lawyer, like you're somebody of a high social class. Like you're the type of people that fucking wear those jackets and you don't wear the jackets with your fucking arms to it. You put the jacket on top of your dress. Like instead of putting a jacket on like this, I'm gonna show you. And you gonna know what I'm talking about, Capricorns. Y'all be wearing y'all jackets like this at the dinner table, like, about to sign my check. I don't know why I just did that, but like that's the kind of energy that Capricorns give me, that boss bitch energy. But yeah, you're very like hybrid, very futuristic, very classy. Also, you age backwards. Something that you might notice about Capricorns is that the older they get, the younger they fucking look. Like look at Michelle Obama, okay? That is a perfect example of a Capricorn looking young as hell. Like what the? But also that's because black don't crack. But that's another topic. But just in general though, like you usually look very good. You have very good skin. I haven't seen that many Capricorns that have too many skin problems. Like obviously everybody has skin problems, but I don't know. I feel like Capricorn people have very glowy skin, very like just naturally good. Like they don't have to do shit. They be pissing me off because I'd be like, damn, y'all ain't gotta wear no mask, nothing. They don't have to do shit. They do not have to do anything. Now on to Aquarius. So the biggest indicator of an Aquarius is their Roman nose. So if you look at those old Roman statues, right? Aquarius people tend to have noses very similar. And when they stand at a profile glance like this, their noses usually go out longer, right? Like the Roman nose. It's very, very defined like the Roman nose. So look at Shakira, for instance. Look at Shakira's nose, like Jennifer Aniston. Also something about Aquarius is that at first glance, a lot of times you cannot tell if they're female or male because a lot of females that are Aquarius have a very masculine look. A lot of males that are Aquarius have a very feminine look. They're really interchangeable. They're unique looking, similar to how Virgos are. They usually have a certain glow to them because they're humanitarians. They help people. That's kind of their thing. That's kind of like their passion in life. I feel like depending on who you are, they might not seem that approachable, similar to the Scorpio. They're very misunderstood in that way because they're not easy to read, and I feel like their looks are exactly the same. You cannot tell anything about them just by first glance. These people are those kind of people that you have to get to know them to know anything about them because their appearance is not readable. But I love you, Aquarius, and I understand you, so it's all good. The biggest thing about Pisces is their eyes. Their eyes is a window to their soul because they are a water sign, and they're like such passionate water sign. I know some of you guys thought I was being a little hard on y'all last video, but I just want to say, like, y'all are very beautiful people. Okay, you guys make very bold fashion choices, and honestly a lot of times the stuff that Pisces wear does not look good on anybody but a Pisces. Have you guys ever heard the saying that it's not ugly until Rihanna says it is? Like, that's exactly what I'm talking about, because she wears some of the most really over the top exaggerated things, and honestly if any other person were to wear half the shit that Rihanna wears, they would look stupid as fuck, because she just wears some really fucking outrageous shit. But for some reason Pisces just pull it off. They just know how to pull off things that you wouldn't even think to wear. But the biggest thing we're going to talk about is your eyes, because your eyes are gorgeous. Like, even just the subtle brown eyes. For me, my eyes are just dark brown, and there's not really much going on. They're just dark brown, that's kind of it, you know? But with brown eyes of Pisces, they're glistening, they're hazel tone, there's some green undertones to the brown eyes. There's always something going on with their eyes. Their eyes are so fucking pretty. I feel like I'm gonna become Jeepers Creepers and steal y'all peepers, bitch. Don't play with me. I'm gonna pull Florence and the Machine on y'all. Y'all better sleep with one eye open, cause I want the pretty eyes, bitch. I gotta wear contacts to get what you got. Very, very small faces. Very, very slim heart-shaped faces. Like, in general, y'all just have smaller faces. I'm also noticing that your noses kind of have a V shape to them, kind of like an Aries logo. I love how I said Aries logo. Like, it's not a fucking logo. It's a symbol. Like, what am I talking about? It does like that, like a ram. Like, it looks like a ram, kind of like their little nose. It looks really good. It's like the nose that people want to have. Like, honestly, it's very snatched. Like Rihanna's nose, I want that bitch's nose. I want her nose. Now, moving on to Aries, the biggest thing about you guys, your eyebrows. Your eyebrows are very, very defined, and you have bigger foreheads typically. You guys also have longer noses, so your kind of shape in general, it's a deep V going up, and that's a structure your face is. So they have a combination between two types of faces. It's like square shape, but with a little tiny bit of heart. But that's really all I can really say about Aries, because I think the eyebrows are honestly the biggest thing. Like, y'all bitches' eyebrows be on fleek. I'd be so mad. Like, y'all be having them Cara Delevingne eyebrows. So now, last but certainly not least, my babies, the Taurus. So y'all, I just want your fashion. That's all I'm gonna say, period. You guys are very into brand names. Like, you're into Supreme, you're into Urban Outfitters, you're hipsters. Like, seriously, straight up, too cool for school, but y'all love clothing. Y'all are some luxury bitches, period. And I feel like your look represents that. Now, as far as facial features go, you guys have flaring or bigger nostrils typically. You have thicker necks. You guys have thick hair, like really thick hair. Like, honestly, everybody wishes they had it. They have to take pills to get the hair y'all got, okay? And a really nice smile. Gorgeous people. Y'all scream majesty and royalty. Like Adele, you would let her step on your face and you would thank her for it. It's the same thing with the Queen. She's a Taurus as well, the Queen of England, right? And you don't never catch her on an off day. She always looking fancy. And it's not just because she's a queen, trust me, because some queens in the past have slipped, but you will never catch her. You will never clock her. You know, Nicki Minaj can't even touch the queen shit that she be on 24/7. Y'all scream money, and money is y'all thing. And I'm not gonna be surprised if some of y'all are watching this that are Tauruses and you become rich bitches. I just want you to know that I am a college student looking to make music, and it ain't cheap. So if you want to donate to my personal PayPal, I will be leaving it in the description for y'all Tauruses when y'all become rich bitches. Obviously, as I said before, not all this stuff is gonna apply to every single person. I mean, if that was the case, we would all be walking around literally being divided into divergent categories. It would just be too much, right? It'd be way too much. So definitely take a chance to look at your birth chart, which I left a link to in the description. Click it, fill out the information, find out all your information, because that's definitely very important in astrology as a whole. Click the timestamp that I'm also gonna leave in the description and the pinned comment, and click and just see anything that's in your chart as well and see if any of that describes you. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Slap that like button, subscribe, tap that bell, and I will see you guys on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time with a new astrology video.